Hello, welcome to another Mafex figure review. I recently picked up the Snyder Cut version of the Cyborg figure, which I think comes with this extra head because I think the Justice League didn't have that head. And I also have this Batman figure here. Now, originally, the first Justice League DCEU figure I picked up was Wonder Woman, and it was pretty bad. And then the Fig Arts one came out, it was really good. So I was like, I'll stick with the Fig Arts one. And then the Superman came out, it was okay. Not the best, but it was decent. And then the Batman came out, it was begrudgingly okay. But then I managed to find this one for a relatively cheaper price. And this one is way better. And then now I have this one. And the Mafex also scales better with the McFarlane figures. And I have some of them in that scale. And then I have the Aquaman figures in Shazam. Also in the scale, so so aside from a few figures that I already have in Fig Arts, such as the Golden Wonder Woman, regular Wonder Woman, and Deadshot and Harley Quinn, most of them are going to continue with, I guess, more of the Mafex side of things because it fits better with McFarlane stuff. And McFarlane stuff I have, like Black Adam, Dr. Fate, and many other movie-related figures, so that's the way it's going to go forward. So, boxes aren't the same size as the usual Mafex size box, but of course the hardware just doesn't match it, which is a little frustrating even though they're from the same line of movies. As always, in terms of accessories, all these Mafex figures come with a stand, we have a plate, arm there, we have a straight pole here to like a taller extended one, and we got these two clippy things there. There's also this Authenticity, download the app thing paper in there. Okay, so Batman, aside from the fists already on the figure, we also have pointing hands, aiming sort of hands, gun holding hands, kind of batarang holding hands, spray open hands, and gripping hands. We have a flashbang thingy grenade, a bat grapple, and this other like explosive gun thingy. Now, the skin tone for Batman here in person is not that great. The eyes are a little bit deeper than I would like it to be, but the overall bodysuit and paint job and the coloring looks much better than the Fig Arts. Now, this is earlier on in the Mafex days, so the figures aren't that great compared to the most recent ones. They have improved a lot, so there are still a few issues here and there. But the overall aesthetic of this Batman is pretty good. He's a little bit yellowed, actually, already. And some of the joints are a little bit on the looser side, but at least nothing is breaking. Belt is printed nicely. Little metallic bits on the gloves and stuff also painted quite nicely. And he has a nice sort of wire going down his cape. And the cape will it go over him? Not quite. A little bit. Depending on how you pose it, I guess. One side is glued in a bit more than the other. Can I pull it out? Yes, I can. If I really force it, I can pull it a bit more out. And he can do the full Dracula cape thing if he really wants to. But for the most part, we're probably going to have this. The newer Batmans have much nicer capes than this one. This articulation head goes quite depressingly down. It's one of the first photos we saw, right? It was like this from PVS. Up. There's a little bit of butterfly joint there, but nothing hiding the joint. Arm goes a little bit up. Full rotation. Little bit of rotation here. Not bad, actually. Full rotation here. Double elbow joint. Doesn't move too much. Hand is on a peg. And swivel. Torso goes really far back and really pretty good forward. Leg goes up, back, sideways. Knee joint. Foot. Swivel. Toe goes up a little bit, so it's decent. Next up we have Cyborg. Just accessories apart from the fist already on him. He has relaxed hands, spray open hands, and grippy hands. He also has these gun attachments for both of his arms. We have a longer one there. You got a shield one. That's just with the arm on the back that just plugs into him. There's no rotation here, as much as it looks like I cannot rotate that. It is glued down, so don't try and do that. It will snap and break. And we also have this back piece with these two extra arms that come out of this back. And we have one of the mother boxes, which is really not shaded at all. It's just a flat metallic piece, that's not good. It needs some shading. And we also have multiple faces. Got this like battle mode mask. Standard face looks really good actually. The glowing eye effect. And a urn face. Getting this figure out, the overall coloring might seem simple. Like if you have the McFarlane one, you just have to apply the wash to it. It might look similar, but the overall molding is much sharper and more. The lines show up more, a lot more than the McFarlane figure. Another plus on this is that I got these little soft plastic bits, act like wires. They sort of like they will bend or slide into the arms. So that's kind of cool, as well as on this one. We also have these plastic joints there on the legs. I do not worry snapping them because they're very soft plastic and they're glued on one end but not the other. So there's no way if you pull the joint out, it's not going to break. What I do have a problem is that this arm panel piece, this does not want to plug in properly. Like you push really hard, doesn't go all the way in, and as soon as cat whisker touches it, it will fall off. So that's not good. But articulation wise, head goes not really down. It should. I mean, there's a lot of space there for it, but otherwise head moves very well. Butterfly joint there, shoulder pad is attached to a little hinge. Arm goes up, straight up, that's good. A little bit forward and back, full rotation here. He has a single joint there. Peg and swivel for the hands. Torso goes forward, not much at all. Goes a little bit back. Leg goes full up. Up here. That's soft plastic in here. So up there. A little bit of rotation here. Knee joint single again, not really enough, I think. Put this on. I like to think there's a peg or ball joint in there. I think it's a ball joint here, and toe goes up a little bit. There's an extra piece on the joint there to hide articulation or something. Yeah, whatever. Overall, being an older release, the Batman doesn't quite hold up to some of the more modern ones. There was a recent re-release for the Snyder Cut one as well. So if you have that one, that's probably going to be a lot better than this. The joints are a little bit loose here and there. The cape isn't as nice, and the coloring isn't as good. But when I'm looking at this, it does feel better to handle and better in scale and proportion to compared to the regards. Moving over to the newer figure. Cyborg here, the accessories are pretty good. The articulation is great. I like the little details of the wiring. It's just some of the joints do feel a little bit tiny and a little bit risky, but overall, it's a very sharp and good-looking figure. As the Snyderverse comes to an end with the Flash movies, to some of these actors, these Batfleck and Cyborg's probably not coming back. So if you do like the Snyderverse, do like the designs, aesthetics of them, be sure to hurry up and grab some of these figures before you won't be able to ever again. Subscribe to Justin Kirby. Take care. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.